12 attitudes. Here are the 12 attitudes of mastery: love, grace, gratitude, respect, responsibility, trust, accountability, impeccability, awareness, fearlessness, engaged detachment, joy. Let us breathe in and out as we say those words. Each of these words come with a distinct energy signature. Obviously, the defined meaning, description. Let's take a look at very high level. Love. I am love. I am harmony. I am one with Source, God. Right now, I want you to feel the word love and associated power sound. Grace. I am grace. I allow all what it is. I forgive. I forgave. And I will forgive. Gratitude. I am grateful. I am alive. I am this. I am. Thank you. Respect. I respect. I am humble. I recognize God's spark within all. Responsibility. I am responsibilities. I co-create and serve for love and harmony. Trust. I trust my higher self. I am trust. I trust co-creative process, divine timing, divine order, divine placement. Accountability. I am accountability. I embody all consciousness within with divine love. I embody all consequences with divine love. Impeccability. I am impeccability. I stand firmly in this reality for and with love and harmony. Awareness. I am aware. I mindfully. I am attentive to all oneness. Fearlessness. I choose love. I am fearless. I am eternal. I am one with Source. Engaged detachment. I allow. I see lessons beyond illusions. I am state of isness. Joy. I am joy. I choose joy. I align myself with God's original intention. Love. This is the first one in the attitude of mastery. Love is a state of vibrational harmonization. It seems to be a little dry side for those who think of love as more from the human perspective. Motherly love, the love the mother has toward child and baby, or fiery love, like very much romantic love, as if you've seen the missing part of who you are. Some teaching call this twin flame or soulmate. If you truly think of these things, it is the vibrational harmonization that each and every aspect of your being match to the other entity or being who has the vibration that complementary. It's not just complement each other, but if we vibrate together, it's almost 1 + 1 is greater than 2. When the symphony orchestra going to the climax, everybody participate, right? It's coming from different sounds and different places, different parts they play, but they come together. It is one of those high moments. This is how you feel when somebody finds somebody very special. The state of one of the highest vibrational harmonization. So absolute love is when all things in harmony, vibrating, co-resonating, orchestrating. The sum is greater than the all. It becomes incredible sensation. So it is an absolute harmonious state. So expand your consciousness to redefine the love. Let's take a look at from this perspective how your emotion and how your consciousness expand vertically rather than horizontally. I give you an opposite that's going to make it more easier to understand. Opposite of love, the vibrational opposite of love is fear. It is good to see yourself and your action, your word, your perception, how you interact with being, how you interact with things, how you interact situation. Let's pause and ask ourselves, am I acting out of love right now? Am I saying things from out of love or out of fear? We'll practice each time we face fear, how we respond to fear with the opposite force, which is harmonizing energy of love. Now, please do not make a mistake of this act as being a doormat, like playing a victim role. It is not just allowing everything or allowing people to go beyond the personal boundary. It is about how you respond and how you receive and give your energy. It is harmonizing, or you are reacting out of fear, which is very much contracting force. Love is such an important concept, and it is also overused. It may be in a different direction, different way, kind of put us away from the wholeness at some time. So let's revisit the concept of love. Love is one divine constant in this universe, in a cosmic order. Everything change, everything vibrate. But love is the only constant parameter. It is a state of co-resonant vibration where two para meet and harmonize. So it is an eternal wave of co-resonance vibration. Yeah, this is a mouthful, but it's something it is best to experience rather than try to intellectually persuade this thinking. It is a true love. It is something unchanged. Something is there no matter what happened. Everything could change and shift, but true love is always stay. So by this spiritual teacher said, it is like a words are the picture frame around the picture, and the love is an ever moving picture. So everywhere is the vibrational resonance, which is made of love. That is our universe and cosmos is made of. This is what you're made of too. It is very strange to learn about something you're made of, but it is needed to be reminded time to time. Like it said here, we are re-entering the zone of love that we'll get less and less words and more feeling. The only absolute cure for any malady is absolute love. So it is a feeling and state. And it is something that more and more become difficult to describe use of words. And it is perfect because you will feel your experience. And that is more important to convey, describe with words. The words has praise. I will try to use a word. Whereas also I want you to feel and experience. Fear. This seems to be something we don't need to describe because as if we may feel this, or everybody talk and define more about a fear. Fear is this harmonic sensation that your emotional body feels. So it is interesting because we experience fear, and of course everybody knows of fear. We don't talk too much about where it is coming from or how the fear being felt. So let's take a look at this explanation. In order to experience fear, looks like two things must happen. One, we deny the God source within, which is the unconditional love that we made of, everything else was made of, and safety and infinite power of manifestation. So we are in a driver's seat, and we have a power that we have a power to create and co-create as we express who we are, which is love. First, we have to deny about this idea, this belief, and this power. Second, we need to choose to hold this distorted lens to experience what's happening around us at this moment when we feel fear. Now, distortions are made of idea, belief, and judgment stored within conscious and subconscious mind. So in order for us to feel fear, first we have to deny who we are. And then second, we will pick up this lens that's stored somewhere appear from somewhere else that we are not aware or aware. Some of them in a conscious mind, some of them in a subconscious area. So this lens kind of pop up and show us something else. So it is seeming to be the created illusion. This is why the opposite to fear is love. It is something we create, perhaps intentionally or unintentionally created this harmony, and that register into our emotional body and trigger the sensation of fear. It is good exercise if you face fear often more than you wish. I would suggest the following. Consciously create my fear list. It is good to write down all the fear experienced and you foresee experience. Just go free, just put it out, everything. You start to understand what you define as a fear as you speak more about it to yourself or to others. Then you could compile the fear medicine, the medicine cabinet for fear. So you could write it down how you cope with those individual fear, and perhaps you have a people you talk to or some kind of remedy you have. Oftentimes we forget about those things that we have in at disposal. So let's write it down so it's within your reach. When you get panic, when you are in a fear mode, we often find what we already have. So have those things, helpful friends, helpful tools. It will do you good. Going back to the love, I am God. I am God. I am God. How do you feel when you say to yourself? It is important to recall the honest feeling and sensation and challenge yourself if you don't feel this resonate well with you. There's a reason why. And then also there's a reason why it resonates well with you too. And ground yourself first and say, I am God, out loud and in your head. Inhale and exhale. In your own time, try to repeat this 12 times and see how you feel. Because this is that close to the vibrational harmonization energy. The God, the state of God, the vibrational frequency is the oneness, connectiveness, and everything has got the spark within. I am presence at one moment with God. Grace. The second one is a grace, a state of grace. Grace is like love that is often misunderstood. A grace, state of grace means that there's no more filters that limit you. So you can bring higher identities, consciousness, in a synchronistic way, no matter what you experience in a given moment. So, grace is allowance, isness. Being in a state of grace is when you allow that all experiences, regardless of whether it suits you or not, you allow. We pick up all sorts of things, the distorted lens that limit who we are in this life and other lifetimes to avoid fear or pain. So let us say, I am grace. I allow the all oneness to be what it is, regardless of whether it suits me. I forgive, I forgave, I am forgiven, and I will forgive. This is a very powerful statement and a powerful definition of grace. So the opposite to grace is hate. So here's the thing, this is going to be a power talk between you and me. Wait a minute, I thought the opposite of love is hate. No? Opposite to fear is love. Opposite to grace is hate. So fear, love, hate, grace. It is a very important concept for you. By having this relationship straight, we could do a lot of healing work in an ever effective and efficient way. I will tell you why. Duality, extreme polarity, which we live in this realm, is a slightly twisted or distorted realm. Polarity is important. It is in a natural order, meaning that it is supposed to be there to form trinity at one point. Like in this picture, polarity exists for the polarity to come together to meet, and which give back the energy, return the energy to a source where originally came those two polarity came from, or I would say birth out of. The duality, which is extreme polarity, is less healthy one because it is difficult to find this mutual point. The energy cannot come together because it's in an opposite form. Now, having this relationship straight, we could consciously bring those things together and neutralize it. Once you neutralize it, that it portion will go back and return to the source, and the source will give you back more energy to work on. But this is why it's so important to know the energy opposite. Grace, hate, fear, love. They exist naturally for us to work on, to bring it neutral point. Now, if this relationship is fascinating for you or wish to learn a little bit more, we cover more in the Spiritual Science Series 5 in God Particle. Especially if you are on a track of a spiritual journey and if you have a scientific mind, you would love this teaching, and it could be able to expand to every single area of your life and thing. This is a mechanic behind all the matter and the manifestation. So getting back to the grace, it is kind of the stage we go through. The step one, we must forgive. Because all the things, all the filter and limitation that we built around ourselves from the judgment, blame, getting feeling of a heart and anger, and those of the unresolved emotion that hasn't been neutralized, those create the wall and limit the playground we swim around. Like it's like a goldfish stay in a small pond. Now, step two, be kind to yourself first, then extend that to others. You can't be just kind to others without being kind to yourself. This is a kind of self-illusion that we're going to build even more the tall wall around ourselves. Step 3, transmute fear to love. Actually, transmuting fear with love. Okay. Knowing your fear and transmuting that with love, it will grow our pond even bigger, the state of so-called fearless. Okay. Now the final step is allowance. Those hate become I prefer. The hate is the part of what we attract and what we have within us that hasn't been resolved. So think about the reversal we have within us. It's being projected outwardly and we see it through others. So what are you seeing is, oh, I hate that. It is a part of that it you have within. It's again, this is coming from judgment brain, feeling hard and anger that we imprinted way before. Allowing that, replacing that hate with a more healthy understanding of this. And I prefer. You'll be able to access more and more things that are uncountable or not something that suits your current thinking or idea with a much better, deeper understanding. You'll start to be able to appreciate all those things as people who are playing that role for you, or the thing happening around you. It is a learning tool representing you for something to overcome. Now you could try to use this kind of pressure cooking your final expression, the word hate. Try to eliminate the word hate from your vocabulary and express it. I prefer. My preference is. That lead to more and more of acceptance of all that is, seeing the reality as is, without placing your distorted lens or the reversal of you have onto the reality. Because oftentimes we twist the reality we observe and it become again self-fulfilling prophecy. Let's stop the cycle and bring yourself back in the center. Say, I am grace. I welcome all. Gratitude. Gratitude is appreciating the all oneness, meaning that everything around us, everybody around us, and every sentient kind around us. And also knowing that you are alive. Let's practice gratitude. Let us meditate for a little bit. Start thinking of the people and things, experience you had and you have now. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for. And I'm grateful for my consciousness, my awareness. I'll be able to feel the all oneness. And I thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel aliveness through joy I feel, and some pain and ache I feel time to time. I feel it because I am alive. I'm grateful. I am grateful for this life now. I'm grateful for each moment.